Hello everybody, welcome back to another video. I'm hoping you guys are all having a fantastic day. So in today's video, as you can tell by the title, we will be talking about a concerning pattern that could be developing across the United States. Now, this main concern with this pattern is going to be the heat that is going to be occurring across a good portion of the United States and potentially then spreading into the eastern United States. If you recall, I always do make these videos about, a concerning pattern around summertime, and that's because, well, heat waves are very dangerous, probably more dangerous than cold outbreaks during the winter because of how many people are outside enjoying whatnot, summer activities. And sometimes it's easy to forget not to hydrate or whatnot. And in this case, this heat wave could also be occurring across areas that are stuck in a multi-year prolonged drought, exaggerating conditions that have been already in place, meaning water levels that are extremely low and other hydrologic issues. So let me start just diving into this. So first off, let me show you the National Weather Service map that I already was on. Notice this right here. That may look like a giant flash flood warning, as that is almost the same exact color, but no, this is an excessive heat watch. So it's a watch. It's not imminent yet. That would be a warning, which is actually in place across portions of Texas right now, along with a bunch of heat advisories. So you can see this is affecting already some areas. So let me go and take you to the GFS model and show you how this pattern evolves. So let me play this for you very slowly, and we will see. So notice that today, or tomorrow, Tuesday, I'm recording this Monday evening, we do have some sort of a warm pattern taking place across the southwest. Nothing extreme though. During the night, there is going to be less relief, meaning that yes, it's going to be cooler in the night, but compared to average, the nights are going to be a lot more above average than the days. Notice this is Tuesday night. You can see it's pretty warm for a June 8th summer. Again, that's because it's taking the average from that across the last 30 years, given that 1981, 2010 climatology. But notice that during the day, it's a lot less profound. It's still there though. I do want to add that for this upcoming week, the Midwest, the Northeast, even a good portion of the South, you will be cooler, which I guess is going to be stark contrast to what's going on across the Southwest. Now notice as you push into Wednesday night, Thursday, this heat just keeps growing. We have anomalies reaching 15 to 20 degrees above average, and that's in Fahrenheit. And notice as I push this forward, this continues into Friday. Now at this point we have those extreme colors, I wouldn't say off the charts, but it's definitely getting towards the top tier there. And thankfully this kind of starts winding down towards the second part of the weekend, but Saturday still very warm during the night, likewise above average. And Sunday you can see it starts cooling down across some of these areas in Nevada, California, and maybe even some spotty showers cooling off the eastern range of the areas that are under the heat wave. And then this starts spreading towards the east. Now don't worry, this won't be as slow and consistent across the east as it's going to be across the west, but it definitely will be able to kick that cooler pattern that, again, could be in place all the way until next Tuesday for a good portion of the United States, and replacing with at least, more normal temperatures, not as cool, or just, warm, just full out warm conditions. And some models like the GFS bring out a nasty storm at around this time frame, which also heats things up pretty incredibly across the east. But again, the southwest for now is the main kind of area of concern. So let's go back to it and start tracking this out day by day. So this is what the highs will be looking like for tomorrow during the day. Notice Southwest, you are steaming. And but this is still not the worst though yet to come. It's warm, but it's not enough to be concerned about. Notice Wednesday, it gets worse. We have a lot more hundreds popping up. We have 80s, 90s across the San Joaquin Valley. Death Valley, obviously. Hence its name. It's gonna be hot there. It's right there, that little thing. And do note that as I push this forward into Thursday, again during the night, it's nothing too incredible in terms of the relief. 80s, 70s. It's not enough to open the windows or whatnot for a lot of these locations. Some will. You can see the 60s are nice. But look, Thursday, really a lot more hundreds. San Joaquin Valley is reaching the hundreds at this point. A lot of Texas is in the hundreds. New Mexico, there could be some nice showers, potentially cooling some areas off of their outflows. But for the most part, that could be late in the day and also pretty spotty. And I noticed that on Friday, things just, all hell breaks loose. We have 110, 111, 105, 106, hundreds everywhere. Las Vegas, Los Angeles seeing a very warm temperatures, and we also have New Mexico getting in on that. Again, Utah, Nevada, portions of northern New Mexico itself, and again Texas, of course. So notice as we push this into Saturday, it's still again probably even worse. You can see some of those colors are just absolutely absurdly warm, and that does include Texas as well, Arizona, Nevada, California. But on Sunday we start seeing some cool off for towards the northern portions of northern California, Nevada, but still very warm further elsewhere. But as we push this forward more and more, you can see now this spreading into Kansas, Nebraska, potentially the eastern United States. Now we're gonna be in this cool pattern for way too long, and we're finally gonna get some warm air, or unfortunately warm air. We can't have all the nice cool air for forever, and then we have a lot of warm air, except it may not be as hot, and I guess consistently hot. You can see that it eventually does kind of blow off, but it does seem that initially there will be a pattern that's more warm across the west, cool across the east in the next week and a half. But then once the heat spreads into the east, it'll be kind of just like a back and forth. It'll be warm here, a little flare up here, a little cool down here. It won't be as, I guess, it will be more progressive, the pattern. And in order to show you that, I just want to show you the European thermodynamics, let's go to the 2-meter temperature anomaly. Again, a very good model, for the next week and a half, very similar to what the GFS showed. Warming across the southwest, relatively cool across the east and northeast. The coastal areas may be a bit warmer, but notice again, look at that. The European going very strong with that. It does eventually shift that further towards the east, and we do introduce a bit of cool air. And look, we have, according to the European, more of a warmer pattern, just staying all throughout across the United States. You can see it goes out to hour 240, so that's not as far out as the GFS. You can see a lot of that cool air is kicked out of here. And if we take a look at the ensemble, so this is many European lake models combined, and if they show warm air 240 hours out, that means that a majority of them are agreeing with that and show warm air. If it was cooler, then that means that the ones that show cooler, there's just more of them, which means this graph shows cooler temperatures, or this map. And notice that they do show a lot of warmth, still uncomfortably warm across the southwest there compared to the east, though it is definitely not cool here anymore. But this does stay progressive. It does get changed around. You can see the cooler becoming a bit more prevalent in the long range, potentially, so or at least across the northwest in the long range, the cooler. GFS, again, GEFS, sorry, this is another ensemble, and notice that again, for now, it's that pretty crystal clear where it's warm, where it's cool. That stops right around a week from now, so next Monday, and you can see that cool air dwindles, that warm air spreads. We do have still pockets of cool air, except they're just a bit more random. It's the pattern isn't as clear, and I would say it's favoring more of a warm regime for a good portion of the United States. Maybe not warmer for the southwest, because you're coming already from such strong anomalies, but for a good portion of the United States, it's gonna get warm. And you can see that the 8 to 14 day outlook. Actually, let me show you the 6 to 10 day one out first. This is less further out. Notice the epicenter is right there in New Mexico and Texas. Again, still pretty cool across some of these areas, but it's a bit less than the next 6 days, because this is not including the 0 to 6. This is 6 to 10. So the worst of the southwest heat wave will be occurring within the 0 to 6 time frame. And the precipitation also seemingly starting to dry out across a good portion of the southern central United States. I'll show you those on the models as well. And then now if you go a bit further out, so 14th to the 20th, you can see that the epicenter of heat slightly shifting towards the north and east. And again, it's not really cooler across the Great Lakes now, potentially still across the northwest. But again, it's kind of starting to meander a bit. And again, those drier conditions could stay around for a bit as well. And in order to show you those drier conditions, I just want to show you what the GEFS ensemble. So let's go back to our 12Z. This is the one where it loaded. Again, don't really pay attention to the dates too much. I guess you can see right here, we are at hour 1 through 7. They take the average of those days. You can see wetter across the northeast, drier towards the south, drier towards the northern, I guess, Great Lakes here, drier towards the northwest. Now, the further out we go, now this is day 3 through 9, 4 through 10, 5 through 11. You can see that a lot of the green starts getting kind of wicked away, and we see a lot of this just drier across the southwest here. Really not southwest, south central, southeast, including potentially the southwest. And if there is wetter conditions, it is across the northern United States. And the Climate Prediction Center really kind of goes with that, mainly being confident that there could be quite a bit of drier conditions rather than cooler. or wetter. So that is definitely that. And I do want to show you that the heat that they have issued for these areas is going to be hot. Let's just go around and click on some of these offices and see. Okay, so this is for Las Vegas particularly. Notice again 99. So Sunday, that's not horrible, but it's definitely there. So that is into Sunday. That I think already passed. I'm assuming. Today was around 101, but you can see it got up actually. No, that's in San Angelo, Texas. I don't know why that's there. Sometimes it just gets stuck on a certain state or city and then just stays there. But let's go in Las Vegas, and I want to show you this. So again, Tuesday still not too bad. 104 for me. That seems absolutely incredible. But yes, once it gets towards 107, 109, it gets pretty bad. And 109, you can see right there peaking out through Sunday. Saturday probably the worst day. An excessive heat watch is issued. Let's see what it reads. Again, dangerously hot conditions. Probably the you can see right there around the regions 106 to 110, 108 to 118 in the Colorado River Valley, and 100 to 104 in the Kingman, and 100 to 17 and 122 in at Furnace Creek, which has a pretty good name, I guess, meaning it's literally gonna be a furnace. So whatever's left of that creek, we'll have to see. But notice that 112. So right, 115, I literally clicked, again, on Furnace Creek, so this is probably the hottest of the Southwest, and you can see 118, 19, 117. These are just incredible highs, and obviously, that's why it's a bit concerning. It's hot in the Death Valley, just usually not that hot. Then again, it's not even the hottest time of the year. It's still early June. Let's go to more of Arizona, so potentially Phoenix, right? Again, you can see they have a pretty detailed map here of where it's going to be the worst, I guess, where it could be the hottest. And let's click on some of those areas that are going to be right there, just north and east of Phoenix. You can see today, not bad, 99, typical. But 106, 108 towards the weekend, that really, pushes those temperatures into those very extreme range. And 111, Saturday, that's definitely going to be concerning. And 109 Sunday before finally starting to maybe cool off towards the lower hundreds. Or 101, 102. So that is that. If you're across Texas, you're probably dealing with the heat right now. So let's take a look. San Angelo, Texas. I do know that I think it got up to 105 today. You will be hot for a while, though your excessive heat warning ends today, I believe. But again, tomorrow still very warm. I'm surprised if they don't even extend this. And you can see that the long range just looks absolutely brutal. 106, 103, 105. The nights again 70, so not too bad. But yeah, that definitely is a bit of a concern. And if you take a look at say areas here just in Iowa, we're obviously stuck in a cooler pattern, or 70s, but if you look in a long range, it starts getting higher and higher. 80s by next Monday, and probably some 90s and hundreds by the time we get into, not hundreds, sorry, 90s into next week, as the heat kind of spreads towards the north and east. Alright, that's basically it for today's video, guys. Again, thank you guys so much for watching, and I'll catch you all on the next episode. See ya. Bye.